Welcome to One Match Wonders, where we've spent the last 10 episodes shining a spotlight on the forgotten names of Portland wrestling, those who stepped inside the Portland sports arena just once and vanished from the record. I'm your host, Frank Culbertson, and today marks the final episode in this original series. But don't worry, stay with us until the end of the show to hear what's coming next in the evolution of this podcast. We begin with Bob Brooks. One match, January 10th, 1978. A loss to Skip Young. That's really all we know. There's no link to Vancouver or any other territories. The name doesn't match any journeyman from the region. It's a blank slate. Brooks may have been a one-night stand-in, a wrestler working under an alias, or someone getting a tryout under a placeholder name. We may never know who Bob Brooks was, but on that night, he was on the card, and that's good enough to land him here. September 22nd, 1979. Gene Martelli wrestled Ricky Hunter to a draw. That's unusual in itself. Hunter was a veteran, solid, respected, not someone who gave away draws to rookies or enhancement guys. But after that night, nothing. No follow-up, no regional footprint, no territory trail. Martelli's name appears once, then disappears. Sometimes we find breadcrumbs, Vancouver names, Texas guys passing through, but with Martelli, nothing. And that's part of the beauty of this show. Wrestling history is full of quiet exits. August 29, 1970, Eric Redman loses to Dean Higuchi. It's a simple line in a results list, but it doesn't connect to any known wrestler from that era. Eric Froelich comes to mind, but Froelich was already on the card that night. Redman may have been a one-time stand-in or a short-lived alias. No known matches before or after, just one night, and he's gone. Redman joins a long list of wrestlers whose only legacy is a name on the program. January 12, 1989. The Portland Sports Arena saw something it had never seen before and would never see again. The NWA brought a loaded WCW house show to Don Owens' building, bypassing the usual Memorial Coliseum venue to ensure a sellout. Let's run it down. Ric Flair beats Sting. That's right, Flair versus Sting in Portland. Luger, Sting, Road Warriors, Dick Murdoch, the Russian Assassins, Junkyard Dog, Ray Candy, and even the Grappler and Buddy Rose were on the card. The show even gave local names some big wins. Top Gun, Grappler, and Buddy Rose beat major WCW stars. It was a strange electric night. Ray Candy had just wrestled for Billy Jack Haynes the year before. Suddenly, the sports arena was filled with national stars, NWA champions, and one-time only appearances that now read like a Hall of Fame poster. For many of those wrestlers, Sting, Koloff, Luger, Murdoch, it was their only match ever in the Portland Sports Arena. And while it breaks the mold a bit, that's what One Match Wonders is all about. Whether they were legends or unknowns, they only stepped into this ring once. That's it. 10 episodes, dozens of names, some stars, some mysteries. All part of Portland wrestling history. But this isn't goodbye. One Match Wonders will return with a new format, new depth, and new ways to explore the wild world of Pacific Northwest wrestling. Stick around after this commercial for a special preview of what's next. If you've enjoyed these stories from Portland Wrestling's Forgotten Names, there's one book you need to own. The Encyclopedia of Portland Wrestlers by wrestling historian Mike Rogers is the definitive guide to Don Owens' wrestling empire. Over 500 pages of names, match results, and history, covering every wrestler who ever stepped foot inside the Portland sports arena. From Roddy Piper to Rip Oliver, from the stars to the One Match Wonders, it's all in here. Available now on Amazon. It's the Encyclopedia of Portland Wrestlers, because if they wrestled here, they're in here. And that wraps our final episode of One Match Wonders. 10 episodes, dozens of names, each with only one shot under the lights of the Portland Sports Arena. Some became legends, others were never seen again, but each of them mattered, even if only for one match. But we're not done yet. Coming soon, a brand new series that digs even deeper. Introducing Portland Wrestling Obscurities, forgotten, brief, and barely remembered. In the world of professional wrestling, not everyone becomes a star. Some wrestlers pass through without ever finding the spotlight. They work the openers, they test the crowd, they disappear before they're remembered. Maybe their gimmick didn't click. Maybe their skills weren't quite there. Or maybe they just showed up at the wrong time. Portland Wrestling Obscurities will spotlight these unsung figures, wrestlers who appeared more than once but never made it to the main events. They were never the top draw, but they were part of the show, and now they'll get the attention they never had before. Be sure to subscribe now so you don't miss episode 1 of Portland Wrestling Obscurities, Forgotten, Brief, and Barely Remembered, coming soon.